Hey you guys, it is Eagle Wings. I am back, baby. Told you I'd make another video. I know it's been a few days. There is no consistent upload schedule here. We're just figuring it out as it goes. If you didn't read by the title, depending on what I make the title, I think today's video is going to be about what mods I am using and shaders, and I don't know if I probably won't go too deep into detail about settings and whatnot, but this video is going to be for you guys who either play Minecraft a lot and want to have a good experience. You guys want to play with the right mods, the right shaders, whatever, and you for more, so for people who actually want to get back into Minecraft or haven't played Java or even to its full extent. So this is how I play. You guys can use whatever mods you want. I will try my best to link all of them in the description, as well as link videos. Shout out to probably link the guy's name is like half Asian something. I don't remember his name. I'm so sorry. I don't know. I'll probably link him on here. And then Ant Venom's also another really good channel. He's a big one. Kind of inspired me using these mods and making this video. A couple other guys as well, like just a bunch of tutorials, bunch of videos that have kind of shown me how to use iris and sodium and fabric mods. That's why I wanted to make this video. So the reason why I really like these fabric mods, I mean, obviously you can just tell, like, the quality is insane. And by the way, I'll tell you what my specs are, and I might link, if you guys want to link to that, I might link the PC part picker build for that in the description as well. My build is, I'm running a, just got a 5900X Ryzen 9, because I had a Ryzen 3700X before. I have a RTX 3060, and then I just switched from having a B550M to micro ATX motherboard by Gigabyte to the other Gigabyte one, the Aurora Elite, the X570 Aurora Elite. Not the one with the Wi-Fi. I probably should have gotten that one, but it really wasn't worth the extra 100, 200 bucks. And then I got M.2 drives and a SATA SSD. And yeah, I mean, you'll see it in the description if I put it in there. Builds come a long way, and just with the shaders right now in this world, it's really cluttered. It's got a lot of FPS. Also, by the way, I think if you haven't noticed, I don't have my camera on. Just gonna try something different, Last video I had my camera on. The only other time I did that was with the live stream. Most of my other videos don't have my camera on. I feel like this video is probably more appropriate to not have my camera on. And also, I just want to try it. And if you guys prefer the camera on, I'll start doing the camera. I think with live streams, I definitely will start doing camera on. But if you guys prefer without camera, just commentary, like I noticed a lot of Minecraft YouTubers do no camera, like they do commentary, and I like that style too. So if you guys like it, I'll definitely just start doing that instead and only do the camera with the live streams, or not at all if you guys don't want to see my face. Yeah, I totally. Yeah, let's just get right into it. So first off, let's go into the shaders. So, and before we get into the shaders, I did a lot of stuff off camera, as many Minecrafters do. I worked on a lot of the farm. So, just to kind of quickly encapsulate what I did, if you could tell, I've kind of built it up a little bit, and I also got all these mobs in here. And yeah, so the problem with what I mentioned in my last video was when I transferred this world from Bedrock to Java, and I know I just said in the last video, one thing that did not transfer over was mobs, right? So that is why there's no horses in this, and there's no villagers in my library or in my blacksmith. I had a whole village, and I might make a video, actual in-depth video of what my world was like on Bedrock and kind of compare it to now. It's in sometime in the future, I don't know. I actually have plans to make other videos. I just bought Cyberpunk on sale because I played it back when it first came out, and I haven't played it, and I definitely haven't played it on PC, so I might either live stream that, or I might decide to, I don't know, I might play it, make a whole series out of it. You never know. I want to try it out. I made my character, and that's literally it. And then I did the benchmark. That's all I've done. I have not actually played the game, so it's not gonna be like a very from the beginning walkthrough where you see me make my character. I'm gonna skip that part for you guys. So I'm waiting to play that game until I'm ready to record it, and hopefully you guys will enjoy some Cyberpunk. I might start recording Red Dead 2 as well. Same with Detroit Become Human, and same with some other games I have. Yeah, but right now I want to do this video for you guys. The problem is none of my mobs transferred, so my farm I had before that was full was empty, the one I tore down. If you didn't see that, go watch my other video where I fly over and I show the farm, what it was like before. You'll see there was literally something completely different here. Yeah, it's like the mobs that you kill that are passive don't respawn. So what that means is all the mobs that weren't transferred acted as if they were killed. So when I transfer my world to Java, I have no mobs anywhere in any of these chunks that were already preloaded. And if you can actually physically see the chunks that aren't preloaded. So I actually had to go over here to some of these chunks where the map kind of cuts off, because this is 1.19 Java world generation where it cuts off, where it's really glitchy. I just explored here, and that's how I got the sheep. So what I did was I was like, okay, this is not feasible. I can't fly back and forth and boat back and forth all the mobs, because they won't respawn within a few hundred block radius of the base, right? I downloaded a mod, and this is kind of jumping ahead, but I downloaded a mod called Custom Spawn. So this is, I'm not going to use this for cheating, by the way. I'm going to use this simply to fix this issue with the passive mobs, and I think it's kind of worked. Maybe I didn't even need it, to be honest, because I think there were some mobs that spawn naturally without it, but I wasn't seeing them anywhere for a while. And so that's why I downloaded this mod. Link for that will be in the description. But this will be the first mod I just jump into. And what it lets you do is it lets you kind of edit the capacity of the mobs and when they can spawn, and even I think sometimes what biomes they can spawn in if they're rare. And I turned off rare spawn for that, and I think that fixed the issue. And I also turned up I think what you can do is if you find it in the wild and you don't want it to despawn, you can turn up the despawn range so it doesn't despawn like when you fly away. I had that problem in Bedrock all the time. It also has a cool thing with axolotls and some of the 1.19 stuff, but the problem is it has some other like features like the mob spawner stuff, which I'm not gonna mess with at all. I would suggest if you want to play it very vanilla, you wouldn't mess with it either. But yeah, so another thing I worked on while I was off camera, other than kind of and I actually just completely skipped over the farm, but I'll go back to that in a second. But no, and that was actually the main thing I worked on. But I also have done a lot to this. So this is what the Dark Enchanter is gonna look like. It's not done yet. I've got let's see. I've got some more levels to this thing. You know, I got some more levels. It's getting very close. I am missing some lights. Some soul lanterns are on this floor and the floor below that I need to put on here. But yeah, other than that, that's Dark Enchanter. That's what I've worked on. The main thing I actually worked on while off camera was this guy right here. Yeah, so I was like, okay, I'll build some of it off camera, you know, and then actually record. But I was like, dude, I need this farm, like, badly, like, especially this guy. And so I just decided, you know what, let's just start building it, and I got it done, like, in a few days. I've been very busy with life. I actually just went camping on a camping trip with the church. Group of us went up near the mountains. It was amazing, fantastic. Anyway, sidetracking. That's why I've been so busy. I got work, I've got church, I've got all this stuff kind of going on in life. So, but I still try to make time to game. I still try to make time to do videos. So, my goal is to at least upload once a week or every other week, and kind of spice it up a bit. You know, try to give you guys something. You know, and start building up some sort of audience, some sort of content, like set, you know. Anyway, yeah, so I worked on this farm right here. This is this isn't what you guys came here to see, so I don't have to make another video updating on what I've worked on. But yeah, this is the sugarcane farm. The way these work, there's a tutorial videos I watched for these, and I will link those in another video. I'll probably talk about those in a future video that I do, but I will put signs, like I said, crediting the tutorials I followed for these. They're very easy to do, especially this one was really easy. This is the bamboo farm. This thing is stupid efficient. This one's pretty efficient. As you can see, it for some reason it seems to take forever to grow up to the 3rd stage. And if you come up here, yeah, it just stays like that, but it will get all of them on each side when it grows to the 3rd stage, if even one of them does. So that's nice. This guy is the only guy that just seems to be so slow in this. So this is my technically my bone meal farm, and if I love that. So the cactus go into here, go into this compost bin, go into there, and then go into here. And I actually just got another bone meal. I had 4 in there. See, it's very inefficient for some reason. And if I turn off you can kind of see the water without the shaders, right? And I have a hopper there and a hopper there because it was the problem is I have a mod, and I'll get into that in a second, that might be kind of causing the problem. On top of that, I think the cactus kind of hop on top of the cactuses when they pop off by the fence, and so they're getting destroyed. The items are getting destroyed, so the rate at which they drop off and actually flow is not that high, and they grow really slow too. And on top of that, some of them get stuck. I think that would even happen if there were flat items, which I'll get to in a second. That's kind of what I worked on while I was offline. The reason why I worked so hard on that and didn't record it is because I wanted to get the wheat farm to breed the cows and the sugarcane farm to get the paper, so that I could start working on this farm even more, and also so I can make those bookshelves for that dark enchanter, which I'll get into soon. So this video doesn't end up being like another 30 minutes. Let's just jump straight into it. So now that we're finally done with all the updates, right? We're gonna get into whoa, what was that? We're gonna get into all the mods and shaders we're using. I'm gonna start with the shaders. I think this is the shader. So this is the list of shaders I'm using for sodium. Now I say this because some of these I don't think work with sodium iris, I should say. If you don't know what sodium iris is, I'll go into that later. But basically, it's kind of like Optifine, but I think I don't know if it only works on fabric. I think it might work on forage. Don't quote me on that. So these are some of the shaders I use. I like BSL. This is what BSL looks like. Ooh, it's actually pretty nice. I haven't been using BSL a lot. I kind of like it with it gets decent frame, like gets pretty decent frames on this world. And with my specs, you might not have the best performance if you're running. So I got 30. Oh, by the way, I also have 32 gigs of RAM. And you're probably wondering what this F3 menu, why it looks so nice. You probably know. If not, I'll go into that in a second with my mods. But yeah, I've got 32 gigs. I got 16 allocated because that's what you're supposed to do. Allocate half your memory. So that's PSL. I don't think Atralex works. We will try it. Give it a shot. I don't think. Oh, it actually does kind of work. It kind of looks funny with the anti-aliasing of the water. It actually works. I'm genuinely surprised. I thought it didn't work. Maybe it does. I don't know. Yeah, so this is what Atralex looks like. This is a nice one as well. There's videos that I would suggest watching. This is not, oh, here's the top 20 shares for 2022, you know. So right now it's 2022. I'm playing on 1.19.2 right now, in case you're wondering. So, also a tip, if you're using shaders, or even mods, especially mods, but with shaders even too, kind of regularly check to see when they're updated and make sure you're using the right mods or the right version of Minecraft. A lot of people don't mention that. They just say, here's the mods for this year, here's mods for this year. But I think this is probably an extremely helpful tip is some of these guys are great. They update these things frequently, and sometimes these shaders get outdated and they fix bugs and whatnot. So I would say definitely check once in a while, like every so often, maybe every other month or every month, to see if they've updated the shaders. So this is Chocopic. I don't think this one works. This is a Chocopic Extreme PBR. So PBR is a shader thing. I think it's something to do with like the 3D rendering. Yeah, see, this does not work with Iris. So yeah, that one will probably work with Optifine. So if you don't want to use Iris Sodium, I call it Iris Sodium because I think they kind of go hand in hand. Yeah, this is Iris. Iris is what you use. Sodium is just a performance tool. I just like to pair them together because they go hand in hand, in my opinion. Complementary, I want to say it works. This is the older version. Yeah, see, I kind of kept both. I don't know why. Yeah, complementary is another one I think is wait, is this the one I've been using? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, this duh. So yeah, this is the newer version of complementary. So this is the one I use all the time. That you'll see in all my videos. I like it. So I'm kind of missing a big feature. With each mod, you can go into the shader pack settings. So for example, this is BSL's shader pack settings. It's got all these different things. If you've never used shaders before, highly recommend watching videos on each of these different shaders to see what you like. Try them out and then try to kind of mess with some of these settings. I got water settings, world settings, all that stuff. But the reason why I love complementary shader so much is because it has so many settings, like which can be overwhelming, but it's like it has different profiles. I have it at extreme, and I have integrated PPR on, and you hover over it, so usually it tells you kind of what it does. This guy, yeah, I'm not gonna go into all these settings. If you want me to make a video about what my settings are, or link you the video that I watched, I can do that later. I think it looks very beautiful. It has small little subtle things like the depth of field, motion blur. It's got like tone mapping, like the water, the clarity, like the reflections, the lights, like the way that like there's just different things that when you use it, like I personally it makes me love it. Like I personally like it. This also the galaxies like at night you could turn on and off galaxies. The clouds are really cool. It's very configurable, which is why BSL is a good one. It's very standard. I'd suggest it for Optifine especially. This one I've configured in a way that, yeah, it's set at extreme settings, but I've configured it to where I get really high FPS. Anywho, yeah, that's what the water looks like. I think it looks sick. I'm not going to go into detail on every single shader because you guys don't care about that, honestly. This is Continuum. I don't think this one works. Oh, it does. Oh, it just looks very weird. Okay, no, I think it looks different in... I want to say it looks different in Optifine. I could be wrong. Yeah, it's gotta, because I don't think that's right. No, I think it's just, that's very washed out. Now, here's Kappa. Kappa does not work on Iris. Does not seem like. Oceana, I think, works. No, it does not. Okay, Oceana does not work on Iris. See, yeah, see, some of these work, some of these don't work on Iris. All of these should work on Optifine. So if you prefer Optifine, go ahead and use it. Iris and Sodium will give you way better FPS and performance. Ask anybody in the Minecraft community. If you configure it right, you will get better performance. I just wish they supported every shader. Yeah, see, that one doesn't work either. PG, I don't think some of these work with different things. So here's Seuss Renewed. I'm gonna skip these because I don't remember which ones work, which ones don't. This one's another really good one. I don't. There are things I like about it. There are things I don't. I really like the water. It's very dark, but it is very real. It's got this real tone to it. I'm not gonna probably link every single shader in the description. You could easily just Google these. I don't know where these are linked. Seuss has its own website, complimentary. Definitely look up. If you guys want me to link them in the description, I could totally do it. Just make a comment saying, hey, where is this shader? I don't know where it is. There's videos out there, though, that really go into depth on, like, give you a whole list. Sorry, that cow scared the crap out of me. So I'm not going to give you every single, like, a bajillion links to overwhelm you. But if you do want them, I will try to find them for this current version of stuff that I'm using. I really like this shader. I just don't like how dark it can be and also how bright some of the lights can be. I don't know. I haven't used it in a while, so I didn't know what it looked like in this world. I do actually kind of like it. The glass, though. The glass really looks sick. That's one thing I do like about Seuss. Seuss is a very popular one as well. I am also using a texture pack, so that might kind of skew your opinions about certain things. So if I take that off for now, just so you can kind of see... Whoa. Just so you can kind of see what it looks like. Not really much different because, again, the texture pack didn't really change anything. I mean, maybe, like, that's kind of weird, in my opinion. It kind of looks better with the texture pack, I'm not going to lie. Maybe I'm wrong. Oh, yeah, here's one more. Well, let's look at this. This is one more shader I use. There's different ones you can download. I don't remember where I got the links from, but if I can find them, if you guys want, I will link them in the description. There's high, level, medium, for light for low performing computers, extreme, which is what I use. I like it. It has also another lot of really good features. I don't know why the sky is so blurry. I don't think that's normal. I think that's just my settings. So just ignore the fact that the sky looks like it's depth of field, vision blur. Again, you can configure this one in a bajillion different ways. Like, actually, I think it even has some more settings. The water, again, I think it looks really nice. I think the shadows look sick. The lights are very bright. It's got this very, like, homey feel to it. Like, the lights are very bright. Some things I don't like about it, like, sometimes it's really dark. That's the thing I prefer with shaders, for it not to be super dark and areas that wouldn't be otherwise, especially in vanilla. If you prefer that, if you don't care about that, I totally would say go for it. Chew on. There we go. The one I use the most is this guy right here. And the cool thing I really like about it is when you're around certain lighting types, like the torches, for example, things start to get kind of tinted. Like, if I had other colored lights, like For example, the blue lights right here. It should get very bluish in here. Yeah, you can kind of tell it gets very blue, and then you come out here, gets a little more orangish when you're around a lot of torches. Around the lanterns, it's very yellowy. You kind of see it here, and then when I come down here, I feel it's like, I don't know. It's got very dynamic lighting, and I really like it. Personally, there's other shaders that I don't use that people probably prefer that may work with Iris, and if you want to use those, feel free. I don't know them. There's probably so many others out there. But yeah, that's in terms of. Oh, where did you come from, buddy? All right. Anyway, don't know how you spawned in. Cool. So that was interesting. Anyway, so that was that's all the shaders I use. Hey guys, it's post-editing Eagle here. Not been feeling the greatest the last couple days. So if you're wondering why it's taking like a whole 2 weeks to get a video out, that's why. But I've still been trying to edit. I realized that this video is going to be way longer than I was expecting. It's more like 2 hours, and I've cut it down quite considerably. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to break it down into parts. So this part's going to be about the shaders, and then the next part is going to be about the mods and the resource packs and whatnot. That might even be broken up into parts too, just depending on how much I have to edit and cut out. But yeah, guys, hopefully you guys enjoyed. Stay tuned for part 2. I'm going to be editing that and release that hopefully soon. I will be playing the Modern Warfare 2 beta when that comes to all platforms for non-pre-orders. Pay attention for that live stream if I do end up live streaming that. But yeah, guys, thank you guys for watching, and stay tuned.